Everyone, we are joined here with manager Bud Black. If anyone would like to lead us off with our first question, go ahead and raise your hand and we'll get rolling. Thomas Hardy, go ahead.
Kyle pitched kind of, first of all, are you hearing me okay?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Kyle pitched kind of in and out of some trouble tonight, but overall, what was your thought on the way that he handled it?
I thought he pitched outstanding. I thought his stuff was crisp. I thought, probably for me, one of his better games this year with fastball usage, especially inside to both left and right-handed hitters. I thought, that was the key to the game tonight with Kyle. Really good fastball command. Inside on the hands to the righty, shots, choked off swings, and a good sinker to the lefties. Ground balls to the right side. I think that, I've been, urging him a little bit to do that a little bit more to the left-handed hitters because he's got such good running action. It's a tough pitch to hit. It's a tough pitch to square up, but good changeup too. Good sliders to the left-handed hitter. I thought he was great. Zimmerman hit the ball hard, the double off the wall. But a lot of those hits that got him into a little bit of trouble were soft, well placed. That's baseball. He probably tried to get a little bit too fine, there in the seventh. Once they got a couple guys on with the singles and then the tough at-bat to Bell and then had Thomas 0-2. But, you're pitching in a 2-0 game. You're pitching. And I like that about Kyle tonight. He really pitched, really efficient. There were so many outs with less than 3 pitches. So outstanding. So I thought he pitched great.
And obviously you don't know what will happen, but if you have to go to Atlanta on Monday, does he get the start?
We'll see. Tom, that's like many days away. Let's don't talk about that.
All right. Hey,
enjoy this win.
One other thing I wanted to ask you about was Tapia coming off the bench and giving you that hit. We've seen a couple of hard hit balls this week. Are you seeing some improvement in the ability to get the bat to the bat?
Well, I think that he's now he's made a little bit of an adjustment. Teams have been really pitching him inside with velocity. And now he's starting to realize that he has to turn the ball a little bit. He's got to get the head out. He's made that adjustment a couple of times the last week, so that's a good sign. But it's all about Thomas' game of adjustments and tap, even though we only got 5 games left or 4 games left. He's realized that some teams are just pounding him inside.
That's the thing about him. I looked at some numbers. Obviously, he doesn't have a lot of past success or experience coming off the bench, but he's giving you something in those at bats. Could that be in a rotation type role, maybe his future as a starter, but also giving you something when he's not in there?
I think, all players, especially Tap and others on this team, they want to play every day, right? There's not a player who doesn't want to play a lot and doesn't want to play every day. But there are times when you're not playing every day based on a lot of factors. So the key is to have the wherewithal mentally to be able to accept what's going on that given day or that stretch of time where maybe you're not playing and still play and produce. That's part of it. That's part of being a major league player because roles change a lot. We don't need to talk about that now. But it will only help a player, and I'll include Tap, if they're able to not, play for a few days or they're a role player. And I'm not saying he's a role player. I'm just saying you gotta mentally accept what's going on at that present point in your career and produce.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll go to Nick Grote next. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, hey buddy. I know we're post game. I'm not looking for specifics here with any kind of game by game breakdown. But with Kyle Freeland, can you give us kind of an assessment of his season overall? What you saw from him that you liked and maybe didn't like?
Again, I mean, I can give you the long answer or I can give you the short answer. Great spring training. I thought he was headed into April, full steam ahead. He was throwing the ball outstanding. Suffered the shoulder injury. Came back. First start was in New York, and when you're rehabbing to come back, it isn't like spring training. The intensity of spring training, especially at the end when you ramp up, you're in the Cactus League. You see the finish line of spring training. You dial it up to get ready for the season, and the season starts. Kyle missed that. When you're coming through a rehab process from a arm injury and you're going through the progression, it's not quite the same. You're pitching in, Arizona rookie ball to get started, and you go to A ball and you go through that process. It's not like facing major league hitters at the end of spring training. So, when he joined us, he wasn't nearly as sharp as he was in March, and it took him a while to get his feet underneath him to become the Kyle Freeland that we know. And then once he did, I thought he pitched very well for the period, whatever day, I can't remember the exact game or dates where, that started to turn for him. But from that point, he's been really consistent. And I think he's been very good, really over the last, couple months, August and September. I mean, I'd have to look at it, but he's been really solid. He's been solid. He's had a good year. Now, I think, I'm not sure. Let's see, you got the win tonight, 7-8, ERA in the low fours. A lot of the internal numbers are solid. He's pitched well. He really has.
Yeah, gotcha.
He's had a good year, 120, 130 innings or so. I'm not sure the exact number, but of those innings that he pitched and those starts that he made, we always felt good about it. I think he gives us a chance to win. I think almost every night, that's his expectation. That's our expectation. And I think this year he met those expectations.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
All righty. We will finish up with Patrick Lyons. Go ahead, Patrick.
Hey, buddy. Of course, we never know what's going to happen in free agency, but Trevor Story here and possibly his second to last game at Coors Field delivers with the home run. How'd you like the standing ovation from the crowd, and what did you see from the dugout?
Loved it. Yeah. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. I'll emphasize that. Whenever I think about that possibility, I immediately stop thinking. I immediately stop that thought because I don't want to think about it because I know that, a lot of things can change, at a drop of a hat. So, but it was good to see the homer, obviously. It was good to see the reaction from the fans. And, bottom line, the guys love Trev. The coaches love Trev, trainers, strength guys, everybody downstairs here love Trev.